5 points per player. They evac all three AI followers for another 750 extra. They got Tyler Hunt out for another 250 extra, and they managed to keep the overrun penalty quite low, so they only lost 7 times 50 points, which goes for a total tournament score of 12,155. So that is pretty much close to a freaking perfect game. Congratulations to those guys. Absolutely marvelous performance, and like I said, they really set the bar high for the other teams. So amazing. I hope this game was just something or a slight insight of the things to come from the next games.
And we have the next game. Can you guys hear me?
Unfortunately, yes, we can.
Wonderful. So I have currently right now I'm pretty excited. I have full control over the stream, so you can use and abuse me. If there's something that's happening on the map that I'm not clicking on, just let me know. I've got my bearings. I'm right on hydrate right now. What can you tell us about this team? Mostly Steven and everybody else, feel free to bow back in the call. We've got everything set up. What can you tell us about Hydrate and his team, guys?
Well, first, let's mention that the team up is Team Tier Heroes. It is also goes by Second Tier Heroes, but officially they are known as Team Shit Tier Heroes. So, that being
wait,
said,
just to get this straight,
great
we're
name.
not allowed to say shit.
We are totally allowed to say shit. It's
We are. Yeah, we got.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
So,
All right,
let's
so
welcome for Team Shit T Heroes.
exactly.
Let
us welcome.
The joke is pretty good.
Shittier.
Shatir.
The joke is kind of awesome. Now,
That
here's the
sounds
fun
like
part.
Fred saying it.
Fred is gonna be taking over in my stead. I'll be jumping back probably for the next match. So
Very sorry
I'm
about that.
sorry. I am very sorry for you guys that I'll be leaving you with him, but I am gonna be watching and participating in the chat and whatnot. So if we want to make French jokes, let's do that. Yeah.
What do we got? What do we have going, Riker and Harvash?
What do we see right now on the stream?
It's
Is
he's
that the
broke
second
for
game
me.
already?
Yeah, I think the second game started, but it's something is breaking with my stream. I'm not seeing.
Okay.
So- Okay.
I see the stream fine.
Okay, it's cool now. From what I'm seeing, they've separated at the beginning, and not sure exactly what they're doing. One is Hydrate is activating turrets, another I think are doing the job. Presses. We can see if you press escape. Where other team members on the map, maybe we can get a better tactical view.
Yeah, I got that going right now.
So following Hydrate here, what do you think he's obviously running and soloing to collect supplies and everything else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it looks like
he's
when we
going
pulled up
for-
the map
for the
here, it
hunters.
really looks like, with the exception of three teammates, it looks like everyone is pretty separated.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, so that's pretty much another approach. They're not going for the early activation of capture points.
Of
They
the
are
capture
going
points, yeah.
to spread out, trying to make sure they're gonna catch all those bonus objectives, and they have like a main group that's going after the first primary mission. So
Is that a risky tactic, you think, or you think that's a good choice?
I was gonna ask
I'm
in reference
definitely-
actually to Chris's
definitely not
too.
going to evaluate that question just because, like I said, I'm not trying to give out any hints or opinions to teams afterwards. The only thing I want to point out, it's a different approach, and well, in reference to what we saw in the first game, for the start of the game, it's definitely not as risky.
Okay. The question I have though is, I guess what is the point difference? Because I didn't hear before between capturing a point and doing the bonus objectives.
Well, those are the bonus objectives on the left side. They are pretty much minor score modifiers, and it's one of the parts that are left over to be randomized position. So those greens, those scrolls, those lettermans, they're going to end up on the map randomly placed each session. So
Okay.
we just use them to bring in a slight modification in like scoring, because all objectives do have a fixed amount of points, and we just were hoping to create like that a slight difference between those games if two groups perform up to par, to see if one of those groups is just going to find one more or one less Marine to decide the final tournament score. So
Gotcha.
the capture points are worth 500 points each. So we have 5 of them on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And to the left you can see Marines, Strolls, Veterans, and Turrets. So
Yep.
the Marines give you... Let me just look it up. The Marines give you 10 points per Marine. The Veteran Soldiers give you 25 points per Veteran Soldier. The turrets are worth 5 points each, which means they're totaling at 100. And each Stroll virus is going to net you another 10 points, totaling up to 200. And like I said, this is just a different approach, going for those minor targets at first.
Yep,
Being a little
it's
safer, but you can already see they're also trying to go for capturing that slasher. But now they have a problem because the behemoth is coming in from the right.
I see that too. So the big difference in tactics from what we saw from Team Rock is Team Rock was hit hard, get points first, and whereas we're seeing with Team Chitier, they are more about kind of easing into the process, collecting those bonus points, and kind of easing their score into the bigger points.
Exactly.
That's a terrific tactic. Obviously, both are unique, and we'll see how this one plays out. Very excited.
So now you can see the behemoth is attacking them right away, and they managed to still capture that slasher on top of
That was
the
awesome.
while getting attacked by the behemoth. So that was some great tanking there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to see the difference in builds, but what I can tell you is that they are pretty much just going in a similar setup as the first group, with the difference that this time they're going to play with a Hellfire. Maybe that Hellfire just played a major role in tanking that behemoth while as long as the slasher wasn't in position, because the Hellfire is certainly the class that can take most hits until it goes down.
Makes sense.
due to
Okay.
its armor.
It seems they were actively following someone. Their next destination is encrypted.
Fred,
Unable
are
to
you
detect
in
without a security
command of the
key on
camera?
other end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Press tab.
And then it's tab and WASD, right, to move the camera?
Searching. No
All right.
results. Extending
So,
search.
following along, and we can see on the map now
So
that
just a little hint for Fred. Whenever
go
you
ahead.
hit tab, you're going to switch to another player, and the camera always gets locked onto that player. As soon as you click on the minimap, though, the camera is free to move around that player you're viewing right now.
I am detecting radioactivity in your vicinity.
there you go. Yeah, moving those cameras over
Connected
is
to the
good.
ones you killed.
So-
I just got a message from
Eliminating
Rock.
the
Do we want to
insurgents is
invite Rock in
advised,
here?
as they might
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
valuable
Let me get in.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, do
I
it.
have marked the location of the first group.
But as we were saying now, the teammates are starting to get back
location of
together,
other
and
insurgent
they are
patrols
still a
is
little
now
bit
marked.
separated, and we have some soloers, but for the most part, we have people grouping up and kind of unleashing the same tactics of pulling up turrets and trying to collect supplies as they run around the map. There we go.
Yep, they're still going for coverage, getting supplies, but they also have the missions in mind. So right now they're moving towards Insurgents 2-1. Trying to get that done.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
talk to
there's-
them on
and there's
Skype
still-
a bit.
They're still being a little bit split up, at least in smaller squads. As we can see, Gringo and Itter running around with one of the followers,
Is now marked.
while the main group is still going for objectives. So that's quite some kind of difference in the approaches, and it's going to be interesting to see what the other teams have in mind when it comes to the strategy, because that tournament build and the variety of objectives and stuff to do in the map allows for like 100 different approaches. So let me just hand out a welcome to Rock if he's on the stream right now.
I do not believe he got in. I don't see him.
Yeah, we'll be pulling him in a moment.
We will have Rock in one moment. We'll make sure to congratulate him.
Yeah, he's,
Such a great job.
He's right there. He's right there with us, guys.
Good job, Rock. Awesome game.
I can't see Rock right now.
Well, he's on Skype. He's on the stream too.
Yeah, I think we're having another error here.
Yep. Rock, if you're here, just say hello. We'll give this a 5-second.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, he is?
I just
now
had to readjust my...
I don't know why you guys can see him. Blame Microsoft.
Yeah, we can't see him on our Skype, but yeah, good. Glad to have you.
Did I
Continue to blame
reconnect?
Apple.
Yeah, thanks Microsoft.
Yeah,
Great job.
It's alright,
on
we
Skype.
can hear,
I'll
we
take
can
that
hear
up,
you,
too.
Rock, so as long as we can hear you, that's what's more important. And congratulations.
I'm happy
Rock.
to restart the call if you guys want.
Nah, don't do it.
No, it's okay. If we can hear him, it's fine.
So first of all, Rock, I can see at least you can see you at least
This
on
group
the
has information about
on the
three
video
keys
stream.
and
So
Tyler
you're
Hunt.
one of the
They were on the way to destroy one of
icons
the
on the
keys, and
lower
Sergeant
right
Hunt
of
has managed
the
to find the
actual
other
Twitch
key.
stream. So first of all, let me congratulate you on that
Location.
performance. Even though you had a little bit of problems in the beginning, that was
Intercepting
a freaking
transmission.
awesome game.
Insurgents
Yeah,
are
thanks a lot.
trying to detonate
It was
the
kind of
area.
interesting the way we started out, but
Coordinates
it
received.
tended to work out
Eliminate the rebels
very
and
well in the
disarm
end.
Shiva
So
before
I'm really happy with the
detonating.
performance of my team.
The Shiva
Also,
can still be
special
detonated
thanks
by
to
an
Jaeger, the
explosion.
second
I
lead.
suggest you
He
use
was
it.
drawing most of the routes for the team. So yeah, it was a nice game.
awesome
was
game. Really.
terrific
Really
game.
nice.
Terrific.
performance.
Thanks.
You had some rough moments there, but yeah, pretty much made it out. Very nice.
So I could see you laughing hard on the.
Yeah, I was laughing hard. I was like, okay. We
when-
had a
when-
few
when-
wipes while training because we always went for the capture point first strategy.
Yeah, that's what
And-
we were just discussing. That strategy of yours.
We had one or two wipes because mobs at the capture point, and I don't know if they're fixed now, but in the training phase they were not fixed yet, which mobs spawn. So sometimes we wiped because we were kind of unlucky with the spawns. But yeah, this time only half of the team died, so it worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
well, they're fixed up to some point. There's also always some leverage, like something can spawn harder or like lesser, depends. But it's a wave, like point capture level 5, so it really depends what will happen and what will come at you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Hey,
game
guys.
stream right now we can see Iter and Gringo still being separated from the group midway
Yep.
to wave 5, which is pretty interesting.
Fred, did you get
with
a
the
switch to the other
danger-
group or other members away from these guys?
Done.
Iter is actually going to get was actually going to get
Terrific.
chased down by the Leviathan, while the rest of the group is actually going to defend a capture point, which already spawns a Fluffy on them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with the Fluffy without having Gringo being one of their major DPSers and Iter their main
Yep.
tank. Yeah, they
They
managed to take the Fluffy
seem-
now.
Yeah, they seem to
were-
be doing
were
really
kite-
well.
Yeah, they were kiting it around the capture point, forcing the Fluffy to cover a little bit more ground until he actually reaches the group, which is also one of the very important aspects is like short range movement against your enemies. As long as you provide more and more ground to cover for enemies, it gives you more and more time to apply your damage before those enemies can apply damage to your group. So those short range small circle movement is definitely a key component in specific situations and can make the difference between a player dead or a group wiping or a group getting out there unscathed.
I completely agree. And from what we've seen both with the Expo game yesterday and what we saw with Team Rock and now with Team Shitier, that exactly what you said.
So why don't we go ahead and do a giveaway?
That I was literally about to tell you.
Let's do that.
That we're
Why don't we
close enough
a
to do
giveaway?
it. Alright, do you want to
you got-
announce this one or do you want me to?
Why don't you go ahead?
All right, we're going to do a fun question, and this is going to apply for the exposition game that was played yesterday. Whoever wins this question, you're going to be winning Tower Fall Ascension. And with that, the question is, yesterday, during the exposition, who killed Stylomax, our cameraman for OPN in the game?
That's an awesome question.
Killed
Stylomax.
Stylomax,
So mean.
the
should know the-
OPN cameraman during the game yesterday.
You should know the answer to that question.
We have responses
like that
immediately.
guy.
I think-
Can I give a tip? Can I give a hint?
I don't think
Go
you
ahead,
need
give
to.
it-
We already got
No,
1,000
I
answers.
want to hear the hint. I want to hear the hint
Oh
anyway.
yeah, give him a hint.
The person is in this room.
The murderer is on the other
murderer,
phone.
the guilty man, is in this room.
Okay, guys.
We actually have a winner.
Yeah,
We do,
guys,
yes.
just before you announce the winner, can you confirm that Bladers and Orani already won?
Yes,
they did in fact already win games.
we have been.
So
Chris
can
and
I
have been-
can I get a fun fact published about the potential winner?
Sure. Is the who?
If
the-
I remember correctly, our potential winner of this question is actually the guy who called me a douche yesterday.
Nice. That guy. It's
Getting
that
called
guy.
out. You know what? I actually remember that too, because I was moderating.
kinda- I do, I
and
also-
I remember raising an eyebrow. Oh,
Oh man.
well,
So-
yeah, at least he's owning it.
Yes, the winner is Expo 308. Congratulations. I'm going to throw a little guy up in the Twitch chat here. But you are going to be winning Towerfall Ascension. Enjoy.
Yeah, XPO, enjoy your especially douchey version of that game.
And Wrecker is allowed to say that this time.
Nah, seriously, bro, enjoy your game.
Yeah, thank you so much for participating. And once again, we're going to have more and more giveaways throughout the day. So continue watching, guys.
That's right.
And back to the game.
Yeah, and thanks for being our esports commentator, Robert. You're killing it, man.
Thank you. I have to admit, I think the Duchess helped a little bit,
Yeah, well, it's gonna do that every now and then. I've actually learned to master the spectator mode in the Red Solstice. When everybody was booting me, look at me now. Look at me go.
on that same note, can we get a switch to I see a solo right now?
I just moved to hydrate. We've got to
Awesome.
zoom in on hydrate.
Terrific. Get the once the stream catches up here. Terrific. All right, we have Hydra soloing once again. If I remember correct, they were soloing by themselves before. And it seems like they're collecting supplies or just trying to catch up with the group. Might just be catching up with the group at this point.
That's what
Yeah,
it looks
they're-
like to me.
Yes.
They're pretty fast with the bonus objectives. We were not even halfway that far at that point.
Yep.
They're almost done with the strolls. Only 4 more Marines. So it's looking pretty good on the timer there.
And I think the Twitch channel is now officially getting some sound effect from the game. And that feels good in my headphones. You've got great sound effects, Cyrus.
That's terrific. Yeah,
This
sounds
stuff's
much better.
awful. Yeah, this stuff's awful. It sounds great, huh? The game's bullets in my headphones, giving me the chills.
There we go. Excuse me. All right.
We've got a gringo who's making a run for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right there with Iter.
Can anyone narrate for us right now what's happening on screen? What are we seeing right now?
Okay, I might got some slowdown on my end real quick here. All right, here we go. So it looks like we have following Gringo going to the other group. The other group seems to be defending a capture point, if I'm looking at that correctly.
Yeah.
And we have 5 members on there. And can we get a switch back, Fred?
Yeah, we're switching back and forth right now between the two groups.
Excellent. I guess I say that to just make myself sound more important.
And camera 4 now.
Yeah, and can we get a weather update there, Fred?
Yeah, man. Actually, it's reported to be sunny in Sunville tomorrow.
Oh, good. And what's the weather like out there on Mars?
Looks pretty shitty air.
Yeah. Ah, well done.
I like it. Nice move. Nice move.
So continuing on. They seem to be a really good job of holding that capture point currently.
They have, and then Gringo is right at it too, right there, down zero with Iter. They're facing some hit.
Yeah, it is a very interesting tactic they're moving, and a very dangerous one also. I mean, they have some built up now Marines, and some levels are up. But it's very uncommon. I mean, like, very smart also at the same time, and very risky. But yeah, stuff is happening. They're covering ground. What you wanted to say?
Somebody can do it. Eider can do it, and Gringo. Eider is actually one of the few players that managed to solo the whole game, so 15 waves with multiple classes.
Wow.
So he's a really good player. Has a few YouTube videos out there, and yeah, I love to play with him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Iter was the guy that I mentioned yesterday. That he and friend finished the veteran game on Red Solstice alone. Like, 2 guys completed the entire game on veteran.
So
this is the difficulty they're playing right now.
When stuff like that happens, do you think, oh man, maybe it just needs to be a little harder? You know, do you think maybe I didn't
Always.
make it hard enough?
Always.
You're such a sadist.
I am. I admit it.
Don't get him ideas. Don't get him ideas. Cyrus already had.
Cyrus wakes up in the morning thinking, how can I make him suffer ever more?
More hunter seekers.
You know,
that will solve this problem.
Set it up so every time they lose, they just gotta rebuy the game. I think that's a good level of challenge.
Yeah, like
My
you play
wallet is
once.
going to suffer so hard from that.
So it looks like the group has not reunited yet. We're still with Gringo and Iter on the side.
Yep. Looks like they are still doing their own thing.
I'm gonna give you a view on the map if you guys want. So what can you tell us from looking at that map right now, Riker and Cyrus?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What can you tell us from looking at that map right now?
We're pretty close to wave 9 at this point. We still have Gringo and Iter being like a splinter group. Insurgents 2-3 is up at this point. They completed 2 of those 5 capture points, and to be honest, from the waypoints, we can't really say what they're going to do next. I think they're going to try to get that primary mission before Wave 9 starts. Actually, no, they're not going for the primary.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the capture
point capture. Yeah, they're capture.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Comrade?
Interesting strategy.
What can you tell us about Comrade? Do you guys know him? Or her?
I played a fair amount of games with Comrade. It's not like I remember him that well, but that doesn't mean he didn't play bad. Because if you don't really notice the guy, that mostly
probably because he's on track.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because he's on track. Most of the time, you only remember guys for fucking up.
I think he's a US player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from the US,
Yeah.
definitely.
So that's always the thing with the different time zones.
Yeah,
So-
that always kind of gets in the way, right?
Especially if those guys are on the West Coast. I think we have like up to 8 hours time zone difference, and I pretty much only got the chance to play with them on weekends when I was playing deeply into the night or the morning of the next day.
And what about Rathnarok?
He's from the US as well. Rathnarok was actually one of the guys who put up a tremendous service for the developers, offering his services when it came to providing in-depth descriptions for each and every component, making newer players, making live new players much easier, because the descriptions of the game at one point lacked a little bit of key information here and there about like cooldown time and obvious things like this component is going to deal friendly fire. And he actually provided all that information for the
It's getting
developers.
close there on that capture point.
Yeah,
Excellent. Yeah, I see that.
Hydrate
Okay.
actually got power cell, his armor is back up, and he got a good heal portion, so he's back on track.
Things are fine, Bo, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Fine,
now they're fine again, but it was pretty close. Hybrid was down to like 50 HP left, which is quite a near-death experience. The thing is, health points in this game, especially by newer players, often get misunderstood. The health points don't actually mean that much if you're getting attacked by enemies. The health pool of a player is primarily important when it comes to your resistibility or your ability to suffer from ailments longer, like poisons or bleeds. But if you get hit by an enemy, what counts the most is your armor. When your armor is gone, you're pretty much like, yeah, sitting in a sitting duck in a moon transit ship or something, with only like a few layers of aluminium between you and.
Did I just see a follower getting killed over there in the other group for the M1GL?
Hopefully not.
I see what they're doing. So they're killing off the followers next to the evac point so they can res them right there. Probably. So they don't lose them somewhere in the worst spot.
Oh,
We actually
very
thought about
interesting.
doing that, but it's a really nice thing.
Cyrus, you got some comments on that?
Well, it's awesomely thought out tactics, I gotta say, yeah. It's a smart move. That way you ensure if they do the right moves that they will revive them on time and evacuate them. It's a good call.
The only problem they're gonna have is that once they reach evac, 4 health spawns will spawn. So, but I guess they kill them in the proper location so the life drone won't get destroyed.
Well,
Yeah.
if I judge it correctly, they killed them right on top of the evac location.
That might actually work, right? It might
It will
work that
work. They just have to execute live drone just before the evac starts and it'll pick him up. The dropship, yes. It's no problem. It will work.
Good job. 3 power cells can be gathered.
It was a very good tactic. Well thought
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Very
I'm not
different
totally I'm
approach.
not totally sold on this because yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because the way you have to trigger evac and the location of the dead corpses doesn't add up for me right now, but I'm going to be excited to see what they're up to.
Yeah.
I think they will have someone waiting at the evac and some people doing on the other side the solar mission, so they'll actually split, I think, at the end
Probably.
of the game.
It's
Yeah.
doable.
So they'll kill the Hellspawn or just evacuate using the dropship, and the Hellspawn will start going towards the southern team. We'll see what will happen, but that's one of the approaches to win it. And the southern team will have enough strength to kill the Hellspawns that are coming from the north. Unless Ether pulls out something crazy and kills them off by himself.
Alright. What's going on here? Looks like they have an even split on the teams. I may be confused there. I just can't see the minimap as well. But once again, they're grabbing a capture point and they look like they're holding it down very successfully. There we go. Switch through. There we go. Gringo.
Yeah, Gringo and Itter definitely
Thank you.
definitely trained to be moving independent together away from the group. So they have enough firepower with the group to take care of those capture points, and a smart move by them is also taking care of most of them during that Wave 9 cooldown right now.
Yep.
Because you don't have the threat of additional wave spawns at this point. While Itter and Gringo are operating closer to the center of the map, getting all those smaller objectives done. So what they are doing right now is pretty much just calculating the amount of firepower they need to achieve specific tasks quite safe, and try to make the most out of it.
Yeah,
Like I said, interesting approach again, a different approach.
definitely. I also would say that the Gringo and Itter are doing a good job of, like you mentioned, drawing some of the horde enemies away from the people that are trying to take the capture point, which alleviates a lot of pressure for the people that are taking a main objective and gives that side team the opportunity to go collect supplies and everything else, which has proven to be extremely crucial this entire game.
Yep. And one thing I noticed so far one thing I noticed so far, and it looks like Bringo and Itter finally regrouped with the team.
Yeah, they did.
One thing I noticed so far regarding the individual builds on each class is that most or both teams so far go
Vapor
for
exhaust.
similar layouts when it comes to the classes. So again, we have that Terminator with the Vapor Exhaust component, as Rock just pointed out, and providing Energizer and Dio Striker marking high value targets for the team to apply more damage to it. So there's definitely some kind of meta showing right here.
Yep.
When it comes to the requirements of the tournament build.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that in the public version. Nobody plays like a Vapor Exhaust Terminator. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there are other builds in the standard, public version of TRS that might still be a little bit more popular, and we didn't see them so far within the tournament build.
Right, and then even with the builds that come with playing more casually versus tournament, I would say that there's also a different mentality that comes with playing casually versus playing in a tournament. There's incentive with a tournament, and you're playing to win with a team, whereas casually could be linked up with anyone or a lesser party. And I just we're really
playing casual. You're not gonna go so much for the totally meta builds with the super synergies.
Yep, exactly. Very interesting, and we can see that the entire group is moving together now, all in union. They're staying very tight.
Yeah.
One thing I really enjoy about this game is the variety of tactics you've seen employed, even just in these last few matches.
It's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of games like this, I feel like games that are less complex, there's really just one formula that you follow each time, and it's the best formula. But
sorry to interrupt you, Chris. It
No, that's
looks
okay.
like Hydrate is going to activate Fluffy Hunt. At least that's what I'm getting from the view right now. The group is moving towards the center of the map. Hydrate did break off of them and was left behind in the Hell 9K building.
Oh, all right.
I could think of is he's going to activate the Fluffy Hunt to go for the extra 1,000 points. So let's see how that plays out.
Yeah,
All right.
it looks like they're even doing everything at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
they're
incredible.
also going for attack defense.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be heavy duty now. Totally. Like
So they
Insurgents.
didn't trigger TACTIF yet, but once they enter the building, TACTIF will be triggered and Fluffy Hunt is on. So let's see what's
And
gonna
they're
happen.
And they're still moving on. They activated attack defense.
Mm-hmm. Building off of what?
Hydrate seem to be activating Fluffy Hunt, and Wave 10 is about to spawn. Wave 10
Oh,
is
now
spawning.
they spawned it. So
And they are at the
everybody
20
who's
minute mark
outside
right
is
now
now
also.
going to be hit by artillery, unless you're moving fast enough to dodge it.
So you can see those explosions behind Exarch. He's sprinting like a madman right now to avoid the artillery strikes. Same for Hydrate here. Hydrate is teleporting into the building with his teleport component from the tournament suit. Very smart move at this point. Shortcutting his way.
Also, the fact that they didn't settle for the default TACTIF location, they actually let one player be behind to trigger TACTIF while they're actually camping in a different building with only one entrance, which makes it way easier.
Yep. Fred, can you direct the camera to the entrance of that building a little bit more south? So right now they are creating a strong position with every enemy coming in a straight line. They have all the insurgents rushing in from the same direction, so they are going to maximize firepower in the one direction. The effect of the minigunner and the Dio Striker and all those group synergizing skills adding up and focusing them into one single direction is absolutely wreaking havoc on anything that's coming in right now.
You see all those corpses on the south entrance of the building, like everything is happening there. So yeah, like everything is dying. It was a very good call.
Yeah. What we see right now is another premier example of top-notch professional game planning from those guys. Just the same way we saw it in the first game from Rock's team when they did the Fluffy Hunt. They created a stronghold position with the turrets up there in the actual Hell 9K building, where you activate the Fluffy Hunt. Those guys are taking a completely different approach and not going to use turrets. They're just using the synergy of their components and positional play to dominate the Wave 10 spawn, the tag defense spawn, and maybe the Fluffy Hunt at the same time. But to be honest, I'm not quite sure they activated the Fluffy Hunt because I didn't see any Fluffies.
I think that's probably because they die at the bottom of the screen. Currently, we're only looking at the team. And with that firepower, they probably walk into the door and drop.
Just click on the minimap. That should unlock the camera.
And as they are continuing to kill the horde coming from the south.
So as long as the camera is unlocked, it's you're pretty much limited to the closer vicinity to the area locked on.
Do we still have some soloers?
Not right now. The group is
they're all there. Yeah.
Groups all together.
Right
okay. All right.
Also, I think Exarch has the legendary, right?
Yep. Exarch is running with the most combat armor that gets dropped by the commander.
Same strategy.
So that is going to tremendously up his spike damage from the Stinger rifle. So now they're going for the next capture point. I think Wave 11 is about to spawn in a few seconds.
How much of that capture point do they have?
They're almost done, I think.
That's the final one. I think that's the final one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Should we do another giveaway? What do you think?
Yeah, why not cut? Why not cut it
Give
short and make a pure giveaway?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
All right, we're gonna do another giveaway.
Another give it away now.
It is going to be another trivia question. The game that's going to be given away is going to be the Master Plan. The Master Plan is an award-winning tactical, squad-based heist game set in the 1970s. The 2D top-down view gives you a great overview of what's happening at any given moment, allowing you to be the real criminal mastermind. Features hand-drawn 2D graphics and fun group control, granting you total control, at least until someone calls the cops and everyone goes haywire. The question,
I like it.
is going to be, how many team members does Iron Ward have? How many team members does Iron Ward have?
I believe that was said yesterday. You should have watched the podcast if you don't know.
A lot of these questions are coming straight out of the exhibition play that was yesterday. Like 5 is not an answer. 5
I say you should give him something for that vote.
Like 5.
Oh man. Okay.
See, we've had one valid answer, but I believe that person already won.
Yes, he has. So we'll wait for people to keep announcing and maybe see.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. The answer's been announced, but it's someone that's already won.
I will give another hint. It is less than 12.
Less than 12 and more than 5. I'll let you in on that one as well. It is more than 5.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
While we wait, how does this game compare to the first one? Not to be crude, we've got Rock on the call, but Rock, why don't you answer that question?
They're doing pretty good so far. Their team is not as squishy as ours because they took in the Hellfire class that has a awesome ability that's an aura and gives additional armor resistance to every team member. They're almost done with the bonus objectives. Where we lack 2 Marines, they still lack 3, but they're only on Wave 11. All capture points are done as far as I can see. Tactif is done. Fluffy Hunt is done, so they're doing pretty good. Next thing they'll do is probably wait for the other missions and pick up some legendary items.
Any chance of a wipe at this stage?
I don't think so. I don't believe in it. It would have to be a major fail, like using explosives when there's a hatchling or a mob there that can actually trigger the explosives. might lead to somebody dying, but even then they still have a comrade as the medic with a life drone, and if somebody dies they'll probably just revive him.
And it's a little early to say, but so far in this game, player of the day, who would you pick?
That's the thing, player of the day, it's pretty hard because everybody's doing a good job. Teamwork is awesome. I mean, great job to El Gringo and Eider because they're soloing the half of the game, so that's definitely not easy, because if one of them gets snatched, so disabled, the other has to basically take care of saving him alone, which is not easy. So they're probably the two players that took the highest risk in the game so far. But as I said, everybody seems to doing a very good job, and yeah.
Hydrate, Hydrate is still leading the fight on his own. Still at this stage, being a little bit always kind of on the edges of the rest of the crew.
All right, 1 second here, Fred. We want to announce the winner real quick. The winner of the Mastermind was Den City 12. Want to thank you so much for, finally after, I don't know, 2 or 3 people said the right answer. You got it right also, Den City. Enjoy the Mastermind. Master plan, excuse me.
And just a little plug-in for OP Noobs. Come and check us out every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. US Eastern Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Should We Cover It show, in which we do tons of giveaways like we're doing right now. And we look at all the trailers of all the games coming out in the next couple days. And we just go on a rant about what we think or not. It's a jolly good time. I'm often on the call. You also find always Robert, Chris, and unfortunately for us all, the show is hosted by Steven Stanisiuski.
Steven.
The great Steven.
And on that same note with OP Noobs, we have 2 new reviews on the website. We have a review by our own writer Gwendolyn for Clash of Monsters, and a writer that's name is Rob Kelly. Oh wait, that's
not
me.
Him again.
Which is the review Tales. Or wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Tales: The Path of Destinies. Go look at those if you have an open moment and enjoy.
Is the winning team of the tournament going to get like a cover version of "I Believe I Can Fly From You," Kelly?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I used to sing.
It's on the website. No, we advertised for it.
I used to sing a lot, and then I started smoking and drinking. So if you don't mind,
you know what?
This voice.
This happened. Congratulations,
ooh,
Rob
baby. Ken. Okay, that's a little taste. Little taste. So back to the game. We have the entire team.
On wave 12, close to wave 13. The group
we are past the 20-minute, or down to the 10-minute mark. Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. And they're moving through the right of the center of the map right now. Trying to go to the northern part of the map.
Might be they're going for the safety zones even. I mean, they have enough time.
Not sure.
Doesn't look like they're going for the safety zones. At least not the right one.
They're not going for the safeties at this point. Well, from judging from their ammo indicators, the group seems to be in good shape when it comes to ammo right now. I see additional boxes on Ragnarok and Ringo's inventory. So I don't think they're going to go for additional supplies at this point. Now the group is holding position while Hype is breaking off to the north.
Looks like Comrade and Exarch are also, well, they're staying near each other, but going south.
Yeah, Exarch is basically just taking higher ground, being the marksman, and rocking the legendary. Trying to get closer to the enemies coming in from the center right now, and delivering a few shots before they actually get close to the group. There we see Hydrate getting chased by a Fluffy, so you can tell he's definitely dashing back to the group right now so he doesn't get caught. And it looks like they are maneuvering to the northeast corner where the final mission is going to take place.
Yeah, they're probably gonna pick up the buff from the capture point. Oh, there's Atlas. So, let's see. Shouldn't be a problem for the team at this point.
Yeah, it looks like he spawned quite close to the group. Now he's jumping in behind the group. The group is doing a great job of moving away from him, so they don't get caught by his roar. Aknos has a special attack when he jumps in on the group and is close enough. He's going to roar, and that roar is going to send everybody to the ground, being unable to move for around 5 seconds. And it looks like, yeah, they're just kiting Aknos. This is a great move. Now he got in range. Now he's chasing them into the group, and yeah, perfect. He's dead. Great move by them. Great play.
Hydra is going for the Tokugawa legendary item that reduces the cooldowns. So basically now they're set and ready to go. They got everything they need, and yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely in great shape, and if you look at the bonus objective indicator, they're just 1 Marine short of what your group achieved. So
and they still have
much,
time. They still have time.
they still have time. They might be able to find those 3. Might be able to find those 3 Marines, and it all comes down on how it plays out regarding.
They already found one just now.
For the follower, yeah.
Oh wow. Alright, they are a minute away from the 5-minute mark. They seem to be controlling that area pretty well still.
Yeah, thank you, Fred, for the information to the players that they need to provide records of the score screen.
Yep.
Just know this.
Thank you, Fred.
It's on Ragnarok.
I need the could you please message Hydra that I need the screen from him because he's getting the details.
Yeah.
I mean, Ragnarok is only
Only
going to see the
Hydra
final
can see.
score.
After
Yeah,
this,
I
after this
suppose.
game, we're gonna go on a 15-minute break, and we'll get to talk to Hydrate and bring the next team on with Stylomax.
Yep.
Got about halfway in. So 2 more teams to go, and we'll know who's the grand winner.
Wow, just a small reference to the Twitch chat right now. We have Ave posting a giveaway question. Why is Wrecker bald?
Well, I get
And
I
I
get
love
a lot
some of-
worse actually right here. I get why does Fred look like Gizmo? No wait, who was it? Chris in The Lord of the Rings, Smeagol.
Smeagol. Yeah.
What did you just
So at
say?
least,
Did
you know,
you
like, be
did
happy
you use
that
a Clemens reference there?
They've been actually kind of soft on you right here. Be happy, like I get
So,
Smeagol.
Fred, I think we're just the 2 most polarizing guys in our
guess
respective
so.
departments.
I guess so.
But I like some of those answers to that question of Ave.
Yeah.
One of them ran he hugged too many directions. That's actually great. He loves bowling so much that he tried to emulate his bowling balls. Yeah, great. Fuck. Yeah, amongst the community, it's pretty well known or widely known that I love to bowl in my free time. So I have been a victim to so many bowling jokes up to this point. I stopped counting.
The question is, do you get as competitive when it comes to bowling as you get competitive when it comes to TRS?
Absolutely.
Nice. So you're pretty much a jerk everywhere you go.
Yeah, real life.
Pretty
and,
much.
virtual life.
Just don't
Yeah, but-
ask him about his bowling balls with special scents and flavor.
And it's funny because
I'm
if you think
not
about it,
going into
if
detail
you
on
think
that.
about it, the name Riker also works in the bowling scene.
Actually, the nickname Wrecker comes from a bowling ball. There's a
Okay.
special model out there that's called the Wrecker. And that's where I adapted
There you
my
go,
nickname.
piece of history. You've heard it on games.com.
And on
Yeah,
a good
courtesy
note
of
of bowling. No, I'm kidding.
So let's get back to the game. We're on wave 14, close to wave 15. The group has taken a fortified position at the primary location of the primary mission.
Yep, up north,
So
and they
they're
have
just-
less
They're
than
just
3
holding
minutes.
out until wave 15 starts.
Yep.
And from there on, it will all come down to execution and timing. Trying trying to get the most out of it, and the most important question is going to be how is it going to be working out when it comes to the strategy with the AI followers. So now we have assault spawning. They will definitely have to kill that commander to get on
Exarch is not
scoring
yet
wise.
sniping the commander.
I have located another Elysium signal.
Where is he?
Tyler Hunt is transmitting back on an emergency frequency. It seems he needs help.
No, Exarch is sitting in the back of the group. Actually, they managed to kill it.
Exarch is actually using the strike, right?
He might. Yeah, Exarch is using the strike. And you know what? I think I have an idea because they don't have the the measurements or the possibilities to kill a marksman from that direction. It might be that the group of Itter and Gringo, who looted the factory beforehand, actually provided a pre-planted trap for the commander and just blew him up.
I have marked the Phobos console.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that
Definitely
up to this
possible,
point,
yeah.
but yeah, I
It's gonna
think
be
they prepared
interesting
the
now.
trap.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. The end stuff of the game, how's it gonna handle the AI, how's it gonna finish the mission, and very, very interesting.
Okay, they're tearing through Wave 50 right now. We can see Thanatos and Hellspawn
Yep.
dying with it without even applying any significant damage to the group. They're sprinting right away. Everybody is on stims. You could tell they're definitely planning for this endgame, or have been planning for this endgame phase. They're
Yep.
moving very, very quick.
Let's see what they're gonna do about the followers, though. There's still the followers that need to be revived.
Yeah, the followers
So-
are the X factor in here. That's going to be super interesting. To be honest, when I created that tournament scope, I wouldn't or I haven't even expecting some of those tactics you guys already showed off on that tournament build. I'm quite amazed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually would have gone for a slightly different strategy, but in the end we just stick to our usual training strategy, and it worked out pretty good. And I see that team of Hydrate even improved on some of the things we did. I mean, doing Tac Def and Fluffy Hunt at the same time, which are probably the hardest secondary missions here, is pretty amazing.
I am detecting a massive energy buildup in the vicinity of Phobos. The
So we
solar
see
is
Hydrate
burning.
running for the Phobos console together with Tyler. He's even teleporting just to save that half of a second.
Denied. Your location is not
So
a
you can
suitable
tell
landing
those
zone.
guys are really
Searching for
trying to
accessible
push
toxic landing
the timing right now to lose as less points as possible, staying on overrun.
They have the same scores at the moment as Rock has. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting, basically.
Except for the followers.
Except for the
yeah.
followers,
Dropship
yes,
arrival in
exactly.
T-minus
The followers are the X
Exactly.
factor.
You have 5 minutes to reach the location.
As
After
they've got
that,
5
the
minutes to
dropship
reach the
will be-
location.
And that's the point where Record said, is it really the best choice to kill off the followers? Because you still need the time to revive them. And that's the thing, if you have them around, they're a bit squishy, but they also deal a slight amount of DPS. But if
Well-
they die in the wrong position, of course, it's gonna be
Just
really
some-
bad.
Just some background information for everybody else. The followers are pretty much assault classes, rocking full metal jacket ammunition, so they are especially more squishy and weaker in the beginning, where most of the enemies are prone to hollow point animation.
Okay.
While they get even more or more powerful during the end game, when every enemy is more armored and the resistance values of the enemies against
The
FMJ
dropship is
are
landing.
more
You
in
have
favor
15
of the
minutes
group than
before it will
Hollow
have to
Point.
leave.
So should I pull out right now?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
wait.
Once everybody enters the dropship, only then. Once everybody is clear and
They were so fast, the dropship wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. 1 minute from down there to up there. And they're even
Yeah.
gonna finish off the hell spawns, apparently.
Oh yeah, they're
That's awesome.
basically waiting in evac
Are they
now.
getting extra? They're getting
Yeah.
extra points for that, right?
Yeah.
Flynn? Yeah.
For killing the hell spawns?
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna say, did they get extra points for doing that? No? Okay.
No,
Oh,
they don't get
excuse me.
points for killing enemies.
Yeah.
So they
Uh,
sent
have
Kyler
to
in.
take out of
I think they
scoring.
will be late on time because of the AI followers. I think that's where Rock succeeded better. We will see now. What's for
So I'm aware we are on a little bit of delay when it comes to the actual action or the live play. I think they already entered the dropship. Fred, did you close down your session?
No. He's still he's still in the game. Yeah.
You can
Once.
As
you
soon-
can
as
hover
soon-
over the life drone item and press Control to see how long it will take for the followers to revive. That's the one with a circle around it, the blue circle. If you press Control while you're over it, it should say the remaining time.
Don't worry. No, don't
There
quit
we-
yet, Fred.
Alright. This seems to have
Okay,
been a very
the followers
great round.
are up. They're entering
Yeah,
the
I'm
dropship.
gonna
Okay,
bring
go out, Fred. Go. Quit the game.
2, 1, 0. I'm out of the game.
Great round.